With you, Senator Mwaura, about receiving intelligence and opinion polls. This is something that has been perpetuated for so many years in this country, that actually the president can tell who is more popular or not. Is this something that the deputy president could be accessing at the moment?
I think, of course, he is entitled to that, but we are not very sure he does because of the fact that he's been edged out of government by the very people who are speaking here as if they are the ones who made this government to form. In fact, the currency of One Kenya Alliance is because the public guarantor under Azimio is the president himself. So the president is on the ballot. It's a Odinga Uhuru ticket. That we must say without a doubt. And it is an element of self-preservation. It has nothing to do with Kenyans. It has everything to do with, if you look at the last 50 years, you had...
Senator, very interesting. Asked you a question about the
let me respond. Let me respond.
Intelligence.
Let me respond, kindly. Let me respond, Sam. In all fairness, we had Kenyatta, Jaramogi, then we had, it's after 50 years because of an existential crisis. You come up with Azimio, you say you are the president who is outgoing, you say, uko ndani kabisa. I think the truth of the matter is, because now President Uhuru was finishing his 10-year term, and Raila now had to fight for the last time, and he needed the assurance of the state for him to see whether he will win. Now, we are going to defeat you people. The opinion polls are showing, those ones that you're talking about, NIS, we are actually 59, you are 32, you are stuck there. So we know, we have the information. And further to it, Sam, just as I finish, we must not forget that this is not about the leadership, just sharing positions. It's about people.
You're saying that Kenya Kwanza is ahead with 59%, Azimio with 32%.
Yes.
Where did he get his polls from?
Just hold on.
No, I think
who does these opinion polls?
This is not a shouting.
Senator,
just a minute.
Look, they're not even in studio. Just listen to my question. Who does these opinion polls?
The NIS, the same NIS. So Jared was very right, actually, in saying that we get the intelligence report. I want to corroborate his statements here that we are at 59, they are at 32. That is why they are very worried, because they can see they are losing on all fronts. And but let me also finish by saying this, because this is not just about sharing, sharing positions and who gets what and how, where and how. In fact, Kalonzo will not be in Azimio Waino for the President Uhuru because he trusts Uhuru more than Raila. Let me say this: it's about the people. I have been in Mashinani. Yesterday, I had 11 activities on the ground in Ruiru. People don't have food. Wanauliza unga. There are people who are sick. I was in a Harambee of Modoni there, trying to say, get money here. There's Judy Wambui Kimani, Washiko of Githurai, who cannot be buried because of a bill of 3.3 million. Those are the real issues that we'll be discussing about Mwananchi.
Senator Mwaura, I
hear
you.
So that we are able now to say
and I'm just
the campaign of this 2022
I'm just curious. I thought
is about economic, about Pesa Mfukoni.
I thought politicians are not allowed to engage in Harambee 6 months to election.
No. Let me tell you.
Yep.
There is no Harambee in terms of like you are going, you're contributing. But surely you cannot see somebody who is dying there and you say that you will not help. That lady has arthritis. You have to assist where you can. It may not be a fundraiser. There are individual donations. Those ones are allowed. Harambees are not. I agree with you. But individual donations, you can go and tell somebody.
Okay.
Idea, pale. But please, let's focus on the real issues of the common Mwananchi. Not who gets what position, in what coalition. That does not add food on the table for Kenyans. They are suffering.
Indeed, it doesn't. Yeah.